Tuesdays with Taz, episode 3. Today reviewing a video I made 6 years ago with my dad for a blues festival. One of the very few times I've brought my camera with my dad somewhere, so it means a lot to me. That intro, still pretty clean to this day. I must say, title, on beat. The only thing I would have done differently is maybe keep it smaller, simpler. Like I put a shadow on it. I'm not a fan of the shadow. You know, I don't think that aged super well. That's a personal opinion. What I could have done differently, better composition, and maybe CPL filter to slow down my shutter speed some more because I was probably maxed out on my aperture. That's actually hilarious because Taz 66, that intro you're seeing there, what you just saw my dad coming out of the closet, if you may, is in the updated version of my intro. Okay, anywho. Ooh, crop bars way too fast. If you're gonna do it slow, progressive. Personal opinion. Put them or don't. I don't really like this slow in anymore, but if you're gonna do it slowly. That's my stepmom, Julie, on the phone with my dad. I must say, prior to that, all the establishing shots, the B-roll I was trying to get, the idea is there. It's good filler. It's good for a vlog. But if you're gonna do it right. Either do little smooth motions instead of big ones, because the longer or the bigger the movement is, the more likely it is to shake, right? Because unless you have a stabilizer, if you do, good on you. Yeah, so small smooth motions or very static but nice composition. I vividly remember editing this. Cool concept, great transition in the sense that it's a whip that masks out. But if you're gonna do a transition where something fully covers the frame to do a transition, let's say my arm was closer here, use that arm to do a transition like that. If you're gonna do that, do it in real time. What that means is 24 frames per second or 30. Instagram is 30, TikTok's 30. This was shot at 60 frames per second, which made it twice as long. It meant there was twice as many more frames, right? It's long, okay? I know it's hard to comprehend with all the AI, everything's fast, and masking transitions are long. Back then, 6 years ago, you had to do it frame by frame with the pen tool. So that's why it took forever. What would have been nice in this B-roll sequence, if you may, if I would have included my father and I. Shots of us within that frame, within that space, right? Nice composition, tripod, leave it there a minute. I'm not saying walk 2 kilometers away for the perfect shot, because your camera will get stolen. That's just, I wouldn't take a chance depending where you live. It would have been much more interesting, I think, than just showing it. Showing us in the space is always nice. Oh, don't tell me my audio stopped again. I will fucking lose it. The irony of me making this video 8 years into photography and videography, if the app isn't closed. You see, I learned from my mistake because I just spent the last 25 minutes talking to myself. Overexposed, obviously, that's probably because I was on auto ISO. It's so easy to learn how to use the basic 3: shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. ISO is your last resort. Always keep it as low as possible. So anyway, I had it on auto ISO because it was underexposed in front of the wall, and then I moved into the sun. It was way overexposed, so you saw it go back down by itself. It's a blues festival. Anybody clicking all of my 40 views I had on this video, people probably were expecting blues music. Maybe soul, folk, something fitting-ish. This is a good vibe, but not a good fit. That should be a bumper sticker. Yeah, you see me with the fedora hat and the sunglasses, and I had a green, bright green sunglasses strap. Come at me. I was a PIMP. The idea of the transition was to go from mirror to mirror, and you can do that very easily. So you put a tripod, frame it the exact same place with your grid. It honestly makes for perfect match cuts. And the audio of the car was obviously put in editing. I'm not a car guy, and I could tell, so that's not a good sign. Any car guy would have been probably disappointed because, I don't know, just didn't fit very, very well. Yeah, other than that, slow it down, less movement again. And, you know, the crops closing in, not gonna age well. It's like that Looney Tunes looking circle closing in on a face. I know they still use it. Some people say they use it well in horror movies. Personally, I think that's cap. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's gonna age well long term. I think it's cheeky. If a kid can do it in PowerPoint in 2 seconds, should a professional videographer put that in like a wedding film? I don't know. It's a very special taste, I guess. Roasting myself, that's half the fun here, right? That's actually hilarious because that's my updated outro. Yeah, the outro before that was ghetto. But yet again, I look at this outro and I think, first of all, the hand movement is not perfectly synced, and I remember because it used to annoy the shit out of me. So when I finally ended up updating the final outro, it was simple, yeah. Now that I think of it, I think that's the quote of today, is less is more, simple is sometimes better. I remember doing that mask in and out of my Instagram and Snapchat. I think it's still cool. That being said, that stroke over the font, that thick black border you see around, I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. I can't believe I did that in so many years worth of videos. So don't do that, okay? Such big regrets. This is episode 3 of Tuesdays with Taz, where we learn from my old mistakes. I just pick a random video every week, and if I feel like doing this video, I do this video. If I feel like crying this week, I'm gonna cry. If I feel like laughing, I'm gonna laugh. This is what this whole challenge and this whole series is about. It's 200 weeks worth of content. It just gives me 200 reasons to force myself and make some more shit content.